The topic of this video is what I am going through while making this video, and that is overplanning, which is something I've been guilty of for a very, very long time. For example, I've wanted to make YouTube videos for months, and what have I done? I've written scripts, I've written down video ideas, I've planned out all the channels I'm going to have and all the types of content I'm going to post on each respective channel. I've planned things out very, very thoroughly, only for this to be like my fifth, sixth video I ever post, which is interesting because so much time went into planning and there was so little product at the end of it. And those four videos are not even there on the channel right now because if you think my speech pattern is bad now, you should have heard it then. It was way worse. So I'm proud of myself for becoming a better speaker. But the point of this is not to be proud of myself. The point of this is to shame myself for the amount of overplanning that I've done and how much it's actually hurt my ability to get to my goals that I am overplanning for. So, for example, like as I mentioned, I'm struggling with this as I'm making this video. What do I mean by that? Right before recording this, I was thinking all these different things. Should I wear my headphones? Should I leave them on my desk? Should I wear the little necklace I have? Should I wear a different shirt? Should I write something funny on the whiteboard back there? How should I set up the lighting? Should the camera be there or there? And at one point, the realization hit me that the most valuable thing I can do with my time to actually make progress towards building a YouTube catalog is to just hit record and go and talk, right? And because all the things I just mentioned, all the writing of scripts, all the planning of the channels, it means absolutely nothing if I don't ever put my big boy pants on and actually hit record. But yeah, the reason I want to talk about this so much is because I think it's a very, very easy trap to fall into, and it's very, very dangerous for your productivity because think about it, if I spent all the time that I've put into planning, like things for this channel, writing all the scripts, writing all the video ideas, I could have made a solid amount of videos at this point, I think. And that's kind of why I want to talk about my understanding of why we fall into this so much. Yeah, first of all, I do want to say some kind of planning is necessary, right? Because unless it is the most simple, bare bones task you can imagine, like say you're cleaning your room, you have a sock on the floor, you pick up the sock, you put it in the laundry basket, that's a simple task that does not require planning. That is just like think, execute type task, right? Most stuff you do is not like that. You have to have like some kind of sequence of actions that are dependent upon each other, and that's what causes the need for planning. So what is overplanning? Overplanning is where you make up dependencies, essentially. You convince yourself that you can't do this without doing that, even though that link there is not as solid as you like to imagine. So why is this so bad? It's because it makes you think you have to do more things than you actually have to do in order to do the big thing. For example, this video. I was thinking all this thing about like how I should set things up. The important thing about this video is me saying things, right? You probably don't care what color shirt I'm wearing. You probably wouldn't read the stuff that I write on the whiteboard there if I wrote anything at all. It doesn't really matter like which side the camera is on, except I am prettier from this side, by the way. Very important. But you understand the point. All these things I was thinking about doing are overplanning because I was making up the importance of it just to feel like I'm doing something, just to feel like I'm being productive by making some kind of decision. The other reason that overplanning is so addictive, in my opinion, is because there's very little things the human brain likes less than uncertainty, right? And when you actually do the thing instead of just planning for it, you have variables that are unaccounted for. But in the planning world, you don't. In the planning world, you just go, go, go. You make up complexity until there's nothing that could possibly be unaccounted for, which is how it turns into such a slippery slope. The reason we find planning so comfortable, I think, is because when you live in the planning world, there's nothing that happens that is just an issue of the process. There's nothing that happens that is not planned for. My example of this is all my video scripts, all my video ideas, they don't account for how much it actually sucks for me to make videos because I've made probably in the hundreds of takes, if not even like 200, 300 takes to say some very, very simple stuff. My sister is probably making fun of me in her head because I'm saying all these pretty simple sentences and I need to say them over and over again to get them out in a straight line of words. And I'm really not looking forward to editing this video later because I'm gonna have to like search the whole nine realms for a clip of me talking that I can actually use and Frankenstein something together. The point I'm trying to make here is that the reason we stay in this planning mode for so long is because it lacks that frustration of the process that we are running from without even realizing it. Ironically, planning to do something becomes a form of procrastination, which is so dangerous because it feels productive while you're doing it. There was this thing I remember very vaguely. I don't remember the exact context of it, but it was saying something along the lines of your subconscious can't tell whether you're thinking about something or actually doing it. So to your subconscious, it feels like the actual productivity of doing the thing. It takes everything that's being planned at face value, which is why it feels productive once again. And if you're waiting for some hack, some magic trick to get around this, I gotta break it to you, there really isn't one. The only thing you can really do here is consciously understand that a plan, no matter how complex or thought out it is, without action amounts to nothing. The way I was finally able to start recording the video instead of just thinking about recording the video, writing a script for the video, which this video is not scripted, by the way. I have like talking points here, but I looked at those like maybe 3 times, so way to go me. Anyway, the way I was able to do that is not some kind of discipline ritual or coming up with a master plan that makes any further planning absolutely useless. No, it was just realizing that the best thing I could do with my time to get me closer to the goal of publishing the video is to record the video and not nitpick all the little things about making the video that don't matter. But yeah, that's about it. Just wanted to share some frustrations about how I've struggled with this. Maybe some of you found this helpful, but yeah, peace.